like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Spectacular lurking denizens, implausible phenomena, legendary settlements in the dark, cataclysmic abyss. Let's dive into the most exciting combination of mysterious, creepy, and fantasy sightings captured by a deep-sea camera that no one was supposed to see. Fossil Graveyard. A team of international divers has unearthed a giant graveyard hidden in a series of underwater caves and is believed to be thousands of years old. Numerous skeletons were found in the region of Madagascar, where every fossil was complete and beautifully preserved. These include exotic species such as the extinct elephant bird, a flightless giant similar to an ostrich, but the most numerous bones are from long-lost giant lemurs. How all these animals found their way into Aven Cave is a mystery, but from what the researchers have uncovered so far, they suspect that many of the bones washed into the cave over time, both before and after humans arrived on the island. Megalodon. In early 2000, Japanese scientists installed a baited camera in the hazy waters of the Mariana Trench to study more about marine life. At first, a few known creatures could be seen, but suddenly they scattered quickly when a mysterious giant creature came into view that was estimated to be 30 to 40 feet in length. Scientists are not exactly sure what type of shark it was. Was it a long thought to be extinct megalodon that had been labeled the largest and most powerful predator in history? Or was it a very large, very rare Pacific sleeper shark? Even if it was a sleeper, it would have been the biggest and longest of its kind ever spotted. Neon shark. In the ocean full of surprises, the divers made a colorful discovery in 2014. While studying biofluorescent coral, they came across a wide variety of other organisms that also reflect certain wavelengths of light. One of them was a chain cat shark, whose lighter and gray-colored areas of the skin give out a neon green fluorescent hue under blue light. This glowing helps the creatures to attract males, lure prey, or confuse predators. Glass octopus. During a 34-day expedition, an underwater robot filmed a most elusive creature gracefully soaring through the deep waters of the Central Pacific Ocean, a glass octopus with an almost completely transparent body and opaque cylindrical eyes, optic nerves, and a digestive tract. The crystal-clear cephalopod lives in the twilight zones 9,800 feet below the surface. Glass octopuses were unknown to science until 1918, and still, there is much we don't know about this translucent and luminescent cephalopod. So far, there have only been a few sightings, and a few specimens recovered from the gut contents of their predators. Not only octopuses, but some jellyfish also have transparent bodies that help them remain hidden from their predators while camouflaging with their surroundings. One such jellyfish was spotted by a man that washed ashore, and he was able to save the crystal creature. Unknown vertebra. While exploring the depths of the Mediterranean Sea, a team of divers came across a complete, well-preserved vertebral column that looked like the backbone of a fish, with partial remains of the base of the skull. Two of the vertebrae burst like muddy clouds upon touching, which reveals that these skeletal remains belong to a prehistoric animal that was sunk into the dark depths many years ago. And this adds credibility to very early sailors' tales of sea serpents. However, the exact identification of the animal is still unknown. Giant phantom jellyfish. A deep-water robot humming through the twilight zone of Monterey Bay captured incredibly rare video footage of a giant phantom jelly. A giant deep-sea denizen with a 3.3-foot bell and 4 ribbon-like oral arms was spotted lurking about 3,200 feet below the water's surface. The giant phantom jelly was first discovered in 1899. Since then, scientists have only encountered this animal about 100 times. This rare encounter with the giant phantom jelly revealed stunning details about its appearance and behaviors that scientists would not have been able to see with a trawl-caught specimen. Underwater icicle. A pair of divers discovered an amazing phenomenon during their presence in Antarctica when they filmed a 12-hour process of formation of ice stalactites, which reached the ocean floor in the form of a jet of extremely cold and very salty water. This happens when super saline saltwater enters seawater from a cold icy sheet with a much higher density and temperature colder than ice. This twisted, chilling stream of saltwater descends to the bottom, spreads, and freezes everything in its path. All ocean animals caught in this ice trap freeze and die. Scientists call this phenomenon the ice finger of death, but how this is possible is still a mystery. Pumping sponges. A deep-sea diver during an underwater expedition filmed a mind-blowing experiment by squirting a non-toxic dye called fluorescein at the base of some sponges. Within seconds, the dye pumped through these sponges along with the water. The sponges pumped the dye so furiously that they looked like a collection of a miniature smokestack, and the neon green dye poured out like smoke from a chimney. This proved that sponges are effective filter feeders and can capture and eat particles, even the smallest bacteria, and therefore can lead to a more balanced aquatic ecosystem. Sulfur clouds. In the Yucatan jungle of Mexico, a team of divers discovered a deep and spooky sinkhole with a huge pack of surprises. A misty river flowing on its own through its clear, still surroundings. About 100 feet below the water surface, the Muyalha sinkhole has a false bottom that appears to be a blanket of thick clouds that are actually created by hydrogen sulfide. Underneath is more than 3 meters thick layer of cloud. They found the true bottom where they couldn't find any fish, but hundreds of decomposing leaves, an actual source of this cloudy layer, which made diving through it extremely difficult. Bimini Road. Under the dark depth of Bahamas waters, the discovery of the Bimini Road in 1960 has sparked a frenzy of speculation that lasts until today. This underwater wonder road is built of limestones that are carefully cut into rectangular-shaped blocks. The blocks on the main road measure 23 feet long and 10 feet wide, while the other side roads have smaller blocks that rest on the sea floor, about 18 feet below the surface. The road runs straight for about half a mile before ending in a curving, graceful hook, and many archaeologists have suggested that this could be a road to the lost city of Atlantis. Steam engine wreck. In 1985, 2 huge signals of something big and metallic were received by a scuba diver who was mapping the ocean with a magnetometer. Off the coast of New Jersey, lying under 90 feet of water, a pair of steam locomotives from the 1850s was discovered. Despite being covered with rust and particles, the steam engines were well preserved, and experts plan to pull both locomotives to the surface to restore them. It is still a mystery how these locomotives were sunk, as there is no historical record of them ever being built, and no record of them being lost, while some explorers believe that the engines were lost in a storm, or they might have fallen off a barge. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Ritually chained inside the shipwreck, this skeleton is telling his tale of how it ended up there in the dark depths. A team of deep-sea divers retrieved a human skeleton during an underwater expedition and believe that it might be a prisoner or an offender who was chained up brutally for the sake of punishment. Human bones are known to dissolve in the salty seawater, and therefore, this story makes a bit suspicious of the authenticity of it. What do you guys think? China's Atlantis. Protected from wind, rain, and sun, a maze of white temples, memorial arches, paved roads, and houses, hidden 130 feet underwater. This is China's real-life Atlantis that was forgotten and left in silence until its rediscovery in 2001 by a diving excursion. Also known as Lion City, this place was tucked in a lake between the 5 Lion Mountains, whose real name was Xicheng, and was among the world's largest empires. But in 1959, to construct a hydroelectric power station, the Chinese government decided to build a man-made lake. Erecting a dam, the historical metropolis was slowly filled with water until it was completely submerged by the turquoise-blue mass. And now, this 1,400-year-old city is believed to be one of the greatest architectural wonders underwater. See you next time!